Knew that she was telling the truth and that I was going to hell. And it wasn't just for being a lesbian. It was for being everything that he said in 1 Corinthians 1, 6, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, all the way down. Do not be deceived. If you are these things, you will not inherit the kingdom of God. And homosexuality is one of them. So to deny his word is to deny him. So I'm very sorry for the loved ones of Orlando. I'm sorry that this happened to you and you lost people that were dear to you. I lost a son in prison that was killed in prison. And they said that he committed suicide. And I know that he didn't commit suicide. But what could poor little me do? Get picket signs and rival and riot and knock on doors and everything because the Father's will be done. And so, in short, saying that it wasn't easy. It was not easy. I know that I wanted him to take whatever it was inside of me that wasn't pleasing to him out of me. He took it from me. You know what I did? I wrote a letter to homosexuality. It was actually a divorce document. It was a divorce document. And I told homosexuality, I'm divorcing you this day. You have robbed me. I know that this is not the way that it should be. I knew this even, like the girls that I was in relationships with, they knew it as well. But hey, we living, we might as well just live until we die. That was our attitude, And then he took me to hell. Put a doorknob. First he called me over the Walkman. Yeah, y'all, that's real crazy, right? He called me over the Walkman in the middle of the night in the cell. My name very clear, Tasha, like that. Next thing you know, I saw myself. I was crawling towards the door because I wanted to bang on the door and tell the officers to get me out of the cell that there's someone in the cell with me. And as I was crawling to the door, I saw myself standing in between the toilet and the sink with some different clothes on. My body was motionless. I had different clothes on, everything. But there was a doorknob on the inside of the cell. Yeah, this is how amazing he is. This is why you must listen. He put a doorknob on the inside of the cell. And as my mind seen the doorknob, my mind still couldn't even comprehend that there was a doorknob on it. I just thought, thank God you put a doorknob so I could get out of here. But when I opened up the door, I was no longer in the jail. I was in a place worse than a jail. It was like dungeons and dungeon doors on top of dungeon doors, just as far as your eyes could see. This way, that way. It was just and there was other people there. Because I remember I was grabbing the people. I was saying like, oh God, where am I? What is this? What is this? Where am I? This, that, and the other. I remember a guy being with me, and he was talking to me and telling me some things, but I was such in terror. The next place I get to is like a massive floor. If you could think of an iron floor that's embedded like squares, like you got tile floors in your house and there's squares, and each one of the squares was footprints, and underneath the footprints were names, and I was looking for my name, and I was in terror. I was a gangbanger, I was a lesbian, I was a thief, I was a robber, I was a fornicator, I was a drug user, I was all these things. I was I was a childless mother, a lot of things. But he told me something. And underneath those names in that fire, it was a fire. And that's why I was in so much terror when I got to that spot. It was a fire. And the fire, when I saw it, I began to just go crazy. And he comforted me, whoever this guy was. He told me, don't worry, you're only going to be there for a little while. And in that instant when he told me that, I appeared like in the end of a cliff. And I was looking over the cliff. And it was like this glorious mountain. It was like the most beautiful